Hi, and welcome to My Story with Care Credit. We all have stories, but what makes these stories unique is that they are about people who are able to get life-changing treatment, procedures, or medical care for themselves, their family, and their pets. All of the people featured on My Story with Care Credit did it with their Care Credit credit card. Care Credit is a leading national healthcare credit card that can enable you to get many of the procedures and treatments you want now and pay over time with everyday promotional financing on purchases of $200 or more. Care Credit is accepted at hundreds of thousands of locations nationwide to pay for care whenever you need and want it. I'm your host, Amy Freena, and today we are talking to Renee and his son, Christian, who suffered a major knee injury while playing football and actually finished the game. Talk about taking one for the team.
Hi, I'm Renee. This is my son, Christian. I've been a Care Credit card holder for 4 months.
Almost a year ago, during a football scrimmage, a defender had clipped my knee, and I didn't see it, and my knee had just went back and popped. I would later find out I just tore my ACL.
When I was 17, I tore my meniscus, and I was seeing the symptoms of what I went through. I was seeing how he was limping and that he was asking for a brace, and so we knew something was wrong. That's when we decided, hey, let's go ahead and schedule him with an ortho and see what we find out. The MRI shows, hey, not only does he have an ACL tear, but he has a meniscus tear. And then they let us know, this is how much it's gonna cost to get that taken care of. And one of the recommendations, they said, we have this program, Care Credit. And so I went ahead and applied and used that towards the surgery.
I got my surgery back in October 11th, and then since then, it's just straight away recovery. The goal is just let my family see me once again on the football field. Friday Night Lights, I'm ready for it. I know my dad's ready for it, my mom's ready for it, and it's gonna be exciting to come back.
It's going to be amazing to have all the family out there cheering him on again. Thank you, Care Credit, for allowing us to get Christian back on the field his senior year.
Renee, I'm intrigued to hear about your Care Credit story. Where does it begin?
It begins last year, around this time actually.
Okay.
Christian was playing football
Okay.
at a scrimmage and was tackled and injured his knee.
Okay, first of all, ouch.
Yeah.
Christian, what position do you play?
I play running back and linebacker, but
Okay.
primarily running back.
Okay, so walk me through this day. What's going on?
It was a scrimmage. We were going up against another team. I can't remember who. And I remember the coach was like, all right, you're going to run the ball for the first, not for the first play, but the first play of this next drive.
Mm-hmm.
So I get the ball and I'm running and I go through this lane and I don't see the defender. And he just hits the side of my knee, like right here.
Uh-huh.
And it just like pops and it straightens out. And I just lay flat and I'm like, oh wow, something bad's happening. It was all fast, but in my head it was like in slow motion. I couldn't fathom it. And then I tried to stand and I immediately fell back to the ground. I was like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. So I just kind of just walked it off, and then I played the rest of the game with the torn ACL.
Wait.
Yeah, I know.
Wow. Okay, so you get hit.
I get hit in my left knee, yeah.
Are you like in a crazy amount of pain, or are you just like, meh?
I felt the pop, and I was like, this hurts a lot, but I was like, it's just pain for right now. You know,
Right.
I'll be fine tomorrow. And I just got up, and I tried to walk it out, and eventually got to the point to where I could walk and like do a little jog. So I just played the rest of the game, just tried my hardest.
Okay, Dad, were you there at this game?
No, because it was a scrimmage. I wasn't there. We knew about it. He did tell us about it. He was limping around. Again, he's been playing this sport for 8 years, half his life. And so we know that there's going to be injury. But this time was different.
How was it different?
He's continued to complain about it. He wanted a brace. He was limping. He rested more compared to other times. Yeah. And so that's when me and his mom decided to go ahead and take him to an ortho.
About how long after the hit did we go to the ortho?
Unfortunately, it was a couple months after.
Really?
It was maybe 3 months. I went the whole summer with the torn ACL.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, like father, like son, because I did the same thing. I had messed up my knee when I was his age as well.
Really?
Yeah, and unfortunately, I didn't tell my parents, and I kind of decided to walk it off too. And 8 years later is when I had my surgery.
Oh
so
my
I waited too long.
gosh. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So Christian, did the pain start getting worse, or was it that Dad's like, okay, like this has gone on long enough?
The pain always kind of remained constant. There'd be some days where it's worse than others. I just kind of try to just do normal activities like I was always doing. So I could tell I wasn't as fast as I was, or it wasn't as strong. And I remember there was always a constant popping. Like every time I'd bend it or walk, it would just pop. And I was like, this can't be right. I gotta check this out.
No. So who finally decided it was time to go to the doctor? Which one of you?
I think it was his mom more.
Of course, Mama Bear's coming in. Okay.
Yeah.
Final decision.
So you guys go straight to an ortho.
Correct. So ortho said, hey, let's get an MRI. Got the MRI. MRI shows not only the ACL, but the meniscus as well. So,
Oh my gosh.
yeah, so we decided to go ahead and start planning to get the surgery done for him.
Okay, first of all, you are strong, okay? I'm impressed because I know that had to be so painful. And the fact that you had it for months and you just kept going about your normal life is amazing. Okay, so they say we need to do surgery. Okay, so what happens next?
Freak out, I guess, as any parent would. So we kind of like, okay, how are we doing this? And so there was a Care Credit little stand right by the ortho check-in. So I said, hey, let's go ahead and just check this out, see if this is a way we can go ahead and pay for the surgery. And so I said, hey, let's give it a shot.
Did you guys apply in the office?
No, we took the pamphlet and then just did it online.
Okay, so you got approved, and then you...
As soon as we got approved, we went ahead and start, paying the surgical center and the deposit for the surgeon as well.
Wow.
And luckily we had a chance to do it. It was, I was grateful, and it was a blessing just because it was during the holiday season, like the beginning of the holiday season.
Right.
So like, okay, how are we going to do both? And
Right,
this
of
just
course.
allowed us to do both.
Oh, yes, what a huge blessing. And for you, see, everybody's going to be eating and hanging out, and you're like, I can sit on the couch and just kind of take some time, right?
Yeah, that first 3 weeks were pretty hard.
Really?
They had me and basically just wrapped up in this, it's kind of hard to explain, but a giant sock wrapped with like thousands of pads and stuff, and just my knee was just straight and stiff, and I couldn't, all I could do was just kind of walk on it with crutches. So it took a while, but I mean, I would not go back to that. That was
No.
First 3 weeks were awful.
So if you hear any kind of popping in your body ever, you're like, somebody take me to the doctor.
Yeah, if I ever hear it pop again, I'm gonna be a little bit more worrisome and just try to check it out faster, just to make sure it's not serious.
So are you still playing football?
For senior year, yes. I'm right now going through the process of recovery, so I'm just taking it easy.
Good.
I just started jogging on the track a couple weeks ago, so that was good for me.
How's that feel?
It feels a lot better. I mean, we take a lot of things for granted, kind of, and just being able to jog back on the track was a blessing for me.
I
It was. I felt like I'm just closer every day.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
So do you have plans? You want to play
For my
college ball or?
College ball, we'll see about college ball. I'm just worried more about senior year football
Right.
and making sure I'm helping out my team so we can win some games.
Oh, what a good mindset. So have you used the Care Credit credit card for anything else?
No, I haven't, but I started making some payments, and I had a chance to kind of look at the website, and I noticed so many things you can use it for.
Yes.
I had just a new eye exam, and that's when I said, oh, you know what, I do need some new glasses. Just my eyesight's changed, and so that's one thing I'm looking to do with it.
Awesome. Awesome. If you could write a review on Care Credit and the whole process that you guys went through with, obviously you thought he was fine and then he wasn't fine and it's the holidays. What would you say, just kind of how the whole thing went down?
If it was for Care Credit, I think we would have been just in a financial hole. It's been just a blessing for Care Credit, just because, hey, he's going to have a chance to get the surgery done. He's already rehabbing. Senior year's coming up, and he's going to be doing what a senior does, is enjoying it and then playing the game he loves.
Oh, what a good dad. Christian, how's your experience been? And just, I mean, obviously, I know you're not handling the finances in the home,
You
but
sure,
knowing, knowing that this was kind of taken off your parents' plate so that you could get the best care that you needed.
Yeah, no, I'm very grateful for what they did for me. I mean, I knew it was going to be a lot tough on all of us. I don't know how much the full cost was, and I really don't want to know.
No, you don't need to know.
Yeah, but I mean, it's just, I want to make sure I'm taking my time and get my knee done right, so I don't rush anything. And so, you know, when I do go play back on the field, it's for my parents, for, you know, their support and their care to get me back on the field.
Awesome. Well, guys, wonderful story, and we wish you both the best of luck, and be careful out there.
Thank you.
Both of you.
Yeah.
Wow, what a trooper. I'm just happy everything worked out in the end and that the CareCredit credit card was there to help Christian get the surgery he needed to get back on his feet. Remember, CareCredit is a leading national healthcare credit card that can enable you to get many of the procedures and treatments you want now and pay over time with everyday promotional financing on purchases of $200 or more. CareCredit is accepted at hundreds of thousands of locations nationwide to pay for care whenever you need and want it. If you are interested in applying for a CareCredit credit card or would like to find a provider in your area who accepts CareCredit, visit us at carecredit.com.